Sean here from Urban Tactical Survival, here with another video. I'm out here in the old trusty backyard. I'm going to test out a new tent I picked up. It's the Coleman's Hooligan. They say it's a three-man tent, but I'm not comfortable with three people in one tent. So it's a good two-man tent, and two men would sleep comfortably in it. So it's a large three-season tent. So I'm going to set this thing up and I'm going to test it out tonight. Today it's kind of overcast. It looks like it wants to rain, which would be great if I got some rain. Then I can test out the waterproofness of the rain fly and see how it holds up in the rain. So if I get it set up and it rains on me tonight, that'd be great. And I got a new sleeping bag, a new mattress, camp mattress I want to test out. So all these things inside the tent tonight I'm going to test out. It's a little windy. It's about 60 degrees out here in the backyard. So with a three-season tent, I'm going to check it out and see just how well it does. Like I said, I'm hoping it would rain, because if it does, then I can test all of these elements and everything about the tent and the bag, and want to see how well the sleeping bag, takes care of me at night in cool weather. The bag itself is a three-season bag also, so I'm not doing any winter camping. So without further ado, I'm going to break away from the camera, reposition the camera on the field behind me, and I'm going to set up this tent, and we're going to see just what we see and see how well it puts up together and get that taken care of. Now, in setting up a tent, if you set up one tent once before, it's pretty much like riding a bike. You got the gifs of putting up a tent. So it shouldn't be difficult. A couple of poles, which acts as the frame. You hook up the body to it, and you're done. Then all you're left with is the rain fly that I'm going to throw on it. And so it should be a snap. It's not going to take me long to put up a tent. I've put up hundreds of tents before. So it's like riding a bike. Once you learn how to ride a bike once, you never forget. And once you put up one tent, you'll know how to put up several other tents. It's pretty much the same thing. Add this pole to this line and this sleeve, and there you go. So it shouldn't be long. And then once I get it up, I'll give you the specs and the size, and we'll go in and take it out. We'll walk it around and take a look at it closely. So give me a minute. I'm going to reposition the camera. I'm going to get the tent out, lay it out, and then I'll be back, and we'll take a closer look at the tent and see what it's all about. So stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. Okay, so here I am. Here's the tent. I've taken it out and laid it out. I'm getting ready to add the poles to it. And as you can see, it's a very large tent for three men, but three-person tent. I don't know if I know any three men that want to be in a tent together unless it's an emergency situation. But if you're going camping on a fun facts or leisure camping trip, you don't want three men in one tent. Me and a couple of kids, that'd be cool. But I like a lot of room when I'm in a tent. I don't want to be crowded, because I'm a wild sleeper at night, so I like a lot of room. So I'm gonna get the poles into the sleeves, get it popped up. I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Stay tuned. Okay, so here I'm back. Now here's what the tent looks like fully put up. Like I said, it's a three-season tent, so you have a lot of mesh windows and doors. It has one door that's right here in the front here. It opens up fully. And the other three sides to the tent are made out of the mesh material, which gives it excellent ventilation. It has a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 poles. One of the poles is a very short pole, and that's the first time I've seen this configuration in a tent. On the back side has like a little window shelf that opens up, and for more ventilation if you like. And the pole has a continuous sleeve that it goes into and hooks onto the back side of the tent, and that acts as a backside shelf on the other side of the tent. Putting the poles in the sleeve to set up the tent. The poles go into a continuous sleeve from one side of the tent over to the other side, so there's no grommets that you have to hook up to the frame of the tent. It just slides in through these sleeves on the other side of both sides of the tent. The fourth pole is for the rain fly itself, because that holds up the door portion of the rain fly for the vestibule. So I'm gonna get the rain fly on and set up that last pole for the vestibule, and I'll be back to show you what that looks like. Okay, I'm back, and there you have it. The Hooligan by Coleman tent, 3-man tent. And as I said before, I don't think I'd try to put 3 men in here. 2 people could fit inside very comfortably. This is a very large tent with a lot of stakeout points. So I'm going to remove the camera from the tripod, and we're going to take a closer look to the inside. The stake poles that they come with are the aluminum poles like this. These I would like to change. I'm going to get the other ones. The ones are stainless steel or aluminum, tri-shaped stakes. These over time will give in and bend on you, and they'd be no good. So these I will be replacing. Other than that, so far the tent looks very good. Like I said, I'm going to take the camera off the tripod, and we're going to get a closer look and walk around it and see what it looks like from all sides. Okay, here is the one door. Okay, and we're going to walk around. We got many guide-out points. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come on around here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. There's Coleman's logo. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 points tie down. I took the liberty of using the tie down ropes in the back to tie down the back, but I didn't need it up front. So here's that small pole for ventilation. Here you can use more ventilation if you like. They got a little toggle up there that you unloosen, and you open that up for more ventilation. Coming around here to the front, there's Coleman. Okay, and here is the one door. So let's open up the one door here. Zip that up. Opens up all the way, and you can fold this up, tuck it up in there, up and away. There you go. The Coleman Hooligan 3-person tent. 8 foot by 7 foot. As you can see, the vestibule is very large. You could cook, store your equipment inside this vestibule in the rain and be totally out of the elements, and stay inside even during the downpour. You would be totally dry. All your equipment would stay dry in this large vestibule. You can even cook all your meals right in here while it's a downpour. So let's go inside and take a look on the inside. The one door here, you do have to bend down to crawl into this area. Open up the door, and you can fold the door away with these toggles and climb in. There you go on the inside. It's very large interior. The bathtub to the floor, the tent is very large. Okay, you have some stashing pockets on both sides of the tent for some stashing items. And up at the top, there's the ventilation window at the top. Open that up for more ventilation. Like I said, it's 3 sides with mesh all the way around, so it gives you excellent ventilation. This is not a tent you want to take out during the winter time, because you would freeze your rocks off. 3 seasons, summer, spring, and fall, is this what this tent is for. So let me get to the specifications of the tent. Close this back up because I plan on sleeping out here. I don't want no mosquitoes in here. That's something you should always make a practice of, closing your tent up to keep mosquitoes from entering in here. So here's the entrance outside of the vestibule. You do have to bend down and practically crawl in and out because the vestibule door is very low. And it's very low to help protect you from a downpour and the rain. But if you get a total downpour, you can close up the door on the vestibule. Your equipment is sitting on the inside of the vestibule. You can still cook. You got plenty of ventilation. You can still cook on the inside on a downpour, a rain downpour, and you'll be safe. I'm hoping I get some rain tonight and I can test that theory out, see just how well it holds up with some rain, and then I can bring you that information in a later video, maybe tomorrow morning. But let me crawl my big behind out of here. Like I say, you got to crawl in and out, but that's okay. I don't mind doing that. That's what camping in a tent is all about. You got to give up some things. You got to be flexible. So take a look at it again from the outside. Okay. And as always, I got bugs attacking the outside of the tent already, so they won't get in. I'm not worried about that. So there's what it looks like with the door open to the vestibule. This is a full fly, polyester coated, 450 millimeter covered like a cocoon. Front vestibule for storage. It's an all mesh body, offers great ventilation and stargazing without the fly. Great for stargazing. Fly seams are sealed at the factory. Rugged 1000D polyurethane floor with a very large bathtub. All seams are welded and sealed. Fiberglass poles, and that's the thing I don't like. It has fiberglass poles. I wish they were aluminum alloy, and that's where the weight comes in with the fiberglass pole. WeatherTech system with inverted yielded seams, snag-free pole sleeve system, you know, large windows. It's a 8-foot by 7-foot footprint, and the weight on this tent, unfortunately, is 12.3 pounds. A 4-foot center height, so you got plenty of height. You could sit and kneel down, and the roof of the tent would never touch your head. 4 feet tall, plenty of room in there for 3 people. I wouldn't put 3 people in there. 2 people would fit nice and comfortably in there, and that's what I'm using it for. They say 3 people, a 3-person tent. I'm gonna put 2 in there and be nice and comfortable. One thing feature I do like about it is the large vestibule. Let me take a look at that from here again. This is the vestibule from outside the tent. That is a very large vestibule. You can put all your equipment, boots, backpack, all your supplies right outside in the vestibule, and it will stay nice and dry. And you can cook right out there in the vestibule, like I said, in a downpour. The bathtub, as you can see, is a very tall bathtub, so no water would get in there. You'd be protected from water getting inside. All the seams inside are sealed, so you got very good protection from water on the floor of the tent. What I wish it did have was the double doors, where you zip one door open and you still have the mesh screen door closed. There's no seam mesh doors. I wish it had that. But so far, I'm liking the tent. It's a very large one, and because of the poles, it's a heavy one. Setup time, total time to set up was at least, on the downside, it was 15 to 20 minutes, because the rainfly has Velcro lashing points that must be lashed and hooked on to the tent poles. That gives it stability. It has many lashing points throughout the tent for the fly, that you have to lash the fly onto the tent poles. So with the guidelines out, this tent isn't going anywhere in a windy, stormy situation. And it looks like it's getting ready to come down. So there you have it. This is your Coleman's Hooligan 3-person tent. I'm going to get my sleeping bag, my camp mat, my stove, and bring it all out here, and this is where I'm sleeping tonight. I will bring you a review. Sorry about that, covered up the lens. I will bring you a review on this, how I slept in it, tomorrow morning. An update on the condition of the tent and how I slept. I've also got the sleeping bag and the new sleeping mat I'm going to do a review on, so I'll bring you all of that in the morning. So until then, it's lights out for me, and I'm going to get inside, and hopefully I'll get a good night's sleep. I believe I will, because camping is something I enjoy doing, and I think I'm gonna have fun with this tent. So until in the morning, this is Sean from Urban Tactical Survival. Remember, hit thumbs up on the bottom, hit and like the subscribe button. It helps support the channel. And remember, now is the time to prepare. And always remember to check your 6. See you in the morning.